This is Snipes and Snarfblats, your unauthorized place for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm. I'm your host, Jason, and if you're wondering what this is on my face, this is an attempt at skeleton makeup, but as you can tell, I just don't put on makeup that often. Why am I in this skeleton makeup? Well, I finally got to go see Coco, and I say finally because I'm about a week late almost, and I have been fighting sickness and work and every single thing I can to try to get my whole family to see this movie because I was not going to go see it alone. I couldn't break up the family to go see it. Everyone had to see this movie together because, well, at its core, that's what it's about. It's about family. In fact, the subjects of what we're going to talk about today, we're both enriched deep in family and what it's like. And I guess we're going to start that off first with the short that opened up the film. I think y'all know who this guy is. If y'all don't know who he is, this is Olaf. He likes warm hugs. Anyway, it started off with Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which was a 22-minute not-so-short. And I will agree with some people, it was a little awkward to have a Disney animation short come right before a Pixar movie. Because usually that's a Pixar short. And I mean, yeah, Pixar animators need to get their shorts out too. So it's kind of weird to mix them. It's even weirder considering everybody thinks Frozen's a Pixar movie anyway. So, I mean, they're just, I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there to me. I just thought it was a little strange, but once it started, it didn't stand out. It didn't make it any weird for me at all because, honestly, this little guy, yeah, he's hilarious. Frozen's not really one of my favorite films. However, Olaf might be one of my favorite characters, and this short shows you why. I mean, he is funny through the whole thing. There's all kinds of little one-liners. It's a really sweet cartoon, and honestly it's probably going to be the major holiday cartoon I watch every year now because I immediately fell in love with this. The things you can do with fruitcake, and oh man, you will learn things about fruitcake in this cartoon that you never knew. And fruitcake is virtually indestructible if you didn't know that. But anyway, I mean, that's all there was. It was a short. It was just cute. It was fun. It was for laughs. There's 3 new songs, 4 new songs maybe. There's some new songs. And a couple of them are really memorable. One of them was really, really good. I actually really liked one of the songs towards the end where they were building their tree. That was a really good song. Other than that, the other ones are kind of, they're hit or miss. I mean, you probably won't remember them forever, but they're not bad songs. So that works out. But I mean, there's nothing much really to say about it because in its essence, it is a short, even though it is 22 minutes long. You can tell it's a short. Not much happens except for this little guy getting to spout one-liners and find the true meaning of the holidays for Elsa and Anna. And like I said, it was really enjoyable. It was funny, which was weird because I knew what I was going to see, and I knew it was all of a sudden going to get serious real quick. And I'll tell you what, right after the funny was over and Coco started, it got pretty serious. And that leads us to Coco. So I'm going to say goodbye to this little guy. Bye, guys. Like I said, great short. Can't wait to see it again. When it really comes down to it, it's all about music. And it's all about Coco and music and Coco and just Spanish Mexican culture. Oh, man, y'all. The animation in this movie is beautiful. The music in this movie is beautiful. In fact, if you see right here, I have this guitar. This guitar has a little story. I only made it part of the video because my grandfather actually gave me this guitar. That's all I have in common with Coco, most likely, is a relative gave me a guitar. Because other than that, I never really learned how to play, though I wish I would have. I think I'm not the most musically inclined person that passed through me and into my daughter. But, yeah, this movie, it made me cry on multiple occasions, which is, I'm big enough a man to admit that, yes, this movie made me cry. It's all about family and just how you should always remember your family, love or hate. And just, wow. I can't go on to say how great this movie is. Halfway through it, I was thinking it was a little watered down, and I was wondering why that people were really just going crazy about this movie. But it tossed some twists in there that anyone who says this is a Book of Life clone, they're staying at home and they didn't see it. Because this isn't a Book of Life clone at all. This movie has soul. This movie has substance. The things it does in its last act are almost Shyamalanian. If we'll coin that as a word now, thanks to the nice twists. But there are some twists in here that I couldn't believe I didn't expect, because I love to see where movies are going, and I can usually figure out where we're going to get by the end. But oh man, these blindsided me, and I was so grateful for it. Don't go in looking for them. Just go in looking to enjoy the movie, enjoy the culture, enjoy the music, enjoy the animation, just the story. It's all just, it's so beautiful. Look, I'm almost getting emotional right now talking about this movie. That's how good it is. I'm almost at a loss for words, because this movie is going to jump to the top of many people's Pixar lists when they see it, because it is a really good film. Animation aside, if this wasn't animated, I know more. Everyone would be talking about this movie even more so than they are, because this movie has soul. Like I said, 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up. Great movie. I suggest everyone to go see it. Go see it at the theater. Do this movie good. If you go see it at the theater, the studios will hear you. Like I said, that's how we speak nowadays. We speak with our money. We speak with what we go see. Go see this movie. Let the studio hear you. Let them know that you want to see things like this. This is what I want to see out of Pixar from now on. Disney Animation can be the animation studio, and you know what? That might be why they put Olaf in front of it, so you can really just see the difference between Disney Animation, which is funny and cute and family, and Pixar Animation, which it's family still, but it's nurturing and it's guiding, and you learn things and you see things, and just the care that was put. Oh, my hats off to you. Very, very great film. I don't want to take too much of y'all's time up, because y'all should be, well, after you go to the comments and look at the description and figure out all my links and sign up to all of our stuff, you should turn your computer off immediately and you should go watch this movie. In fact, watch this movie and then put in the comments what you think about it. Put in the comments how much you enjoy. I want to know what people feel about this movie, because this movie really touched a place in my heart that I did not think it was going to touch, like even halfway through it. And when we walked out, I do have to say this before I sign off. When we walked out, my daughter asked me, she said, "Who's your favorite character?" And of course, at first I joked and I said, "The bad guy," you know what I'm saying? Because that's just, I love to ruffle their feathers a little bit. But the more I thought about it, and I really thought about my favorite character, it was about 10 minutes later when I said, "Jade, you know what? You asked me my favorite character. Dante is my favorite character. I love that dog." Disney, Pixar, both of y'all are doing things with animals as of late, with Hey Hey and now Dante, and just I love these just adorably ugly animals that you keep giving us, and I really hope that you give us more and more. And like I said, go see Coco, beautiful movie, buy the soundtrack. This music is exquisite. I've had the soundtrack for weeks now, and I just keep listening to it. And usually I would say that takes away from the film, and it did not at all. The music is so good. It lives inside and outside the film. It has so much heart, so much soul. I dare anybody to try to get through that movie without at least almost tearing up. Even those really, really strong guys who only give that one tear like Crybaby. Even them, I implore you, go see this movie, and I get challenge. Do not tear up throughout this movie. Do not have any feelings throughout this movie. If you can make it through that challenge, you have no feeling left in your body. This was, like I said, great movie. Go see it. Seize your moment.